You know, these videos aren't for kids. If you aren't at least 18 or are easily offended, you should probably click off. We here at Dual Wield accept no responsibility for your children. So if you are an adult who sat your kids down to watch our videos, you should be ashamed. Anywho, back to the video.
Are you ready?
Now please welcome the hosts of Dual Wield Wednesday, Vegeta Almighty and Jin Drax. Take it away, guys.
Greetings, my loyal subjects. It is I, the Prince of All Saiyans, Vegeta Almighty, back for another episode of Dual Wield Wednesdays. With me, as always, is my illustrious co-host, Jin Drax. Say hello to the nice people at home.
Hello.
All right, and before we get started, Jin has a few words he would like to share with the class. So I am actually going to mute while he does this.
All right, so Vegeta's correct. I do have a few. It's a little bit sad, not so much, but essentially we have come to the decision. I have come to the decision that real life is getting a little hectic. We're going to be starting the busy season at work. I'm not going to have the energy to put out the videos and the content to be able to keep the channel going as far as the Let's Plays and things like that. So Vegeta is going to take over about 99% of that. I may put out a video here or there if I get a little bit of space, but I will not be participating in any major projects going forward, such as Halloween and things like that. However, the silver lining, the shining light, is you guys still get me on the podcast. You can't take me away from the podcast. So we're going to keep doing that. We're going to try to keep doing it more consistently. We're likely going to set up a day to record and then release on Wednesdays like we usually do. So the Wednesdays podcast is going to remain. You're still going to get Vegeta Almighty and Jindrax, but as far as actual Let's Plays or things like that, that's going to be left to Vegeta and others, whoever he decides to collaborate with. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Well,
why we're here tonight.
Before we do that, I did want to say just a few words. Yes, this was Jin came to me, and this is something that he feels strongly about. If he feels like his heart's really not in it, I think we should all respect that, and we should wish him luck in his work, and just leave it at that. Let him be happy with with what he wants to do. Like I said, you're not kicking him off the podcast. He's not going anywhere as far as that's concerned. And in his defense, I did kind of rope him into the whole Let's Play thing because when we originally started this, it was just going to be a podcast. But he gave it his good old college try and, was willing to humor me and try the Let's Play stuff with him. If he's not happy with it, it isn't something that he can put his whole heart into. I think we should all respect that. So let's be respectful to him in the comments and let's be supportive of his decision and continue to enjoy us on the podcast together. Let's Plays are still going to be a thing. We are going to find someone to kind of tag along, so you're not just going to be getting Prince Plays. Maybe for a while that might be all you get, but I am going to find someone else to collaborate with for the Dual Wield Plays videos. Could be Shady, could be Butt. We don't know yet. Nothing's set in stone. We'll just see. But now we can get into the meat and potatoes. I just felt like we needed to say. I felt like that needed to be said so that no one's like, "Oh, well, he's just quitting." Blah 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 blah. No, We should be respectful. It's kind of my fault in the first place.
Oh, absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the meat and potatoes of why we are here at the podcast tonight. Let's talk about WWE Elimination Chamber
Oh,
2025. Holy shit. There is a lot to unpack here.
There was a ton to unpack. Also, another quick tangent. Sorry, I am still just a tiny bit sick. Um, so I may have to mute or cough or clear my throat or whatever a little bit more often than usual. Do apologize for that ahead of time. But
Fair enough.
Elimination Chamber 2025, ladies and gentlemen. We started this thing off with, of course, as always, the Women's Elimination Chamber, because the chicks always open up the show, give the fans something to really get excited for to start it up, because the women are not just eye candy anymore. They are a good way to pop the crowd and open the show, because as proven by this show, the women are just as much stars as the men are.
Absolutely. Let's honestly, guys, let's give it up for the bad bitches of the WWE.
Absolutely.
Guys, like they are fucking incredible. They are the women in the industry have come a long way, and I'm happy to see it. And I love
I'm
being
here
able
for
to see them in matches such as like War Games and an Elimination Chamber.
Which is why,
Um,
in the way that things are structured now, I don't mind them opening the show, because obviously your men's world title typically is going to be your closing. That's going to be your main. Anything with like involving the men's main event is going to be the main, because that's just, sadly, that's just tradition. That title has more history behind it, and so naturally that's going to be your bigger deal. And as unfair as it is, that's going to be the main. But I think that opening the show, the way they've got it now, the main events either open or close the show. You either start with the main event, or you start with the main event and you end with the main event. Everything else in the middle is kind of your, I want to say lower card, but everything everything feels so important now that it's like, wow. Even the mid card, despite the fact that the mid card titles are kind of being squandered at the moment, the mid card itself feels just as important as the main event.
absolutely. Absolutely.
But getting back on topic, right?
Yeah.
So,
So
what the
the
fuck?
women's chamber match.
So what the fuck?
So I called this
I called
day one.
Well, so we don't know. We don't know 100%. It's not been confirmed that it's her. I called her.
It's not been confirmed, but I would say that Jade coming out there and beating Naomi's ass pretty much confirms it.
I think we could still get a swerve that she thought it was Naomi, but it was Bianca. I still think. Or
I'm thinking that a little bit too, just for one simple fact. That's one little key piece of storytelling that I didn't pick up at first, and then I went back and watched it. When Jade was coming out in the ring, Naomi looked confused.
Bianca took her jacket off.
Bianca took her jacket off and was getting ready to fight.
Yep. Yeah, and she was
So-
freaking out. She was freaking out because Naomi got hurt. Not even possibly questioning that, oh my God, did she take out Naomi because Naomi took her out? No, she's sad her friend got hurt because she knows she's the one who actually did it.
Yeah, so we're gonna see about that swerve, but man, the return of Jade Cargill.
I called that.
waiting for
I
it.
did call that she was going to come back at the chamber and cost one of them the chamber. I didn't know who. I expected both of them to lose. So the fact that Bianca won is kind of weird. I feel like that in and of itself, though, almost takes the chamber away. I feel like that takes the possibility of the swerve away. Because, like, oh, she's clearly going to Mania to have the match for the women's title. So either the swerve's going to come way later, or it's just not. That's not the swerve. Naomi actually did it. But I did see a rumor that backstage they're saying that Triple H is going to strip that win from Bianca for one reason or another. There's no real reason explained, but that could tie into that and then leave her open for the feud with Jade at Mania. Now, why Triple H would take the Chamber win from her is anyone's guess. Maybe as punishment for injuring Jade. I don't know.
Nah,
I doubt
nah.
that. But
There's that I don't believe that rumor at all
I
because
don't
there's
either.
no legitimate valid reason to take it
Well,
away.
it's the
Unless
same people-
she does something in the future
right.
to get it taken away.
Right.
But I don't see there's no precedent.
Well, it's
for
the
it,
same thing
really.
as people saying that Jay is going to end up relinquishing his Rumble win. And it's like this is the
Yeah,
same
there's
problem
no-
we had last year. You won the thing, you get the thing. Let's stop
Yeah.
pretending like the people who won these stipulation matches that give you title shots at Mania don't have any fucking say, and they could just be taken from them. Like Cody last year, Jay this year, everyone's rumoring, and yeah, so it's just like I don't believe this, but I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up because I know someone's probably going to be like, "No, but the rumor right now in the dirt sheets, yeah." So
Yeah. But ultimately, I give the women's chamber match solid 8 out of 10.
solid
It-
out of 10.
It was physical fucking match.
Solid 8 out of 10 for story match wise. So we'll do ratings two ways. We'll do the overall wrestling storytelling ranking 8 blank out of 10, and then we'll do a Meltzer style 5-star rating when it comes to in-ring performance. So 8 out of 10 is your story.
Yeah.
Your overall. What is your match star rating?
For the actual match star rating, I'm gonna give it about a 3.5.
I feel like
I was pretty fucking entertained.
I feel like you're being a tad too generous, just because of. But I'm
Well,
not knocking
for
your.
me, it's the Jade Cargill beating the absolute dog shit out of Naomi.
Right.
You have Liv Morgan tormenting Bianca Belair the entire time, up to the point that leads to the Bianca hair whip on Liv Morgan, which by
looked
the way,
painful.
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ.
Absolutely horrendous.
Give it to Liv Morgan for taking that because oh my god. That shit she was like she was bleeding a little bit on her stomach from the wraparound on that.
Yeah,
like,
I'll give it
dude.
to Liv Morgan for taking that.
The
But anyway,
match itself was punishing. The only thing, the main thing I didn't really like, they didn't do a whole lot to showcase Roxanne Perez. They didn't do a whole lot to really showcase Alexa Bliss, and I'm feeling since Alexa Bliss's return, she's kind of getting more lost in the shuffle than anything. Like this would have been the perfect opportunity
yeah.
for her to fucking like come back riding a wave of momentum and
But they're
then go into
clearly-
fucking WrestleMania.
They're clearly setting up for some kind of Wyatt 6 thing with her. I'm hoping we get something for Mania, but like they're very clearly keeping her away from like the title picture because they want her in this Wyatt 6 thing. Like
Which
that's
I understand. She is essentially like,
she's a member of the Wyatts. Period.
yeah, she's been a member of the Wyatt Six, but I don't know. I feel like she still deserves a singles fucking run with a title, and this was kind of the opportunity for her. None of the other people winning really makes sense, especially Bianca Belair, because now she's gonna have her fucking hands full with Naomi and with Jade Cargill.
She's already in the middle of something.
So yeah, she's already in the middle of another fucking storyline. That's why I was like, well, Naomi or Bianca aren't gonna win, and fucking I was wrong. So
And everyone's like, "Oh, Bianca versus Rhea is a dream match," but like
no,
right
not
now,
really.
not really. I mean, they're both strong, very strong women, but like at this point in time, first of all, at this point in time, Rhea has nothing going on.
Yeah,
Like she has a feud with Io that's very like, meh, whatever, matter of fact, but like she, other than that, she has no major like thing going on. There's no real. I don't particularly care about Bianca versus Rhea, and I mean, unless you're gonna give us Rhea versus Liv again, my issue. We'll get to my issues at the end of the show. Um, in regards to this whole thing as well, but um, I feel like Bianca was the wrong choice. I feel like Naomi obviously was the wrong choice because I feel like their whole thing going on right now, even if honestly, I don't know, I feel like Naomi would have been fine, but she's wrapped up in this story, so I don't see it happening. Bailey,
Right.
obviously, she won the Rumble last year. I don't really want to see her versus Rhea, and I definitely don't want to see her rematching Io. I don't want to see a rematch of her and Io.
Right.
Roxanne Perez wasn't winning because she's on NXT. Um, and that's
Actually,
just
I think she, if I'm not mistaken, she just got moved up to the main roster, didn't she?
well, if she did get moved up, that's even more reason for her to not win because she just got moved up, and then they're not going to give it to someone that green. As far as main roster is concerned,
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about Green, but yeah, as far as main roster is concerned, true. But
the
you
only
gotta remember, she was a
well,
multi-time
yes,
NXT
but
Women's
again,
Champ.
I say main roster. But realistically, the only person that made any sense winning that chamber, in my opinion, was Alexa Bliss. She was the only person in that chamber who could realistically have an interesting feud with Rhea and an interesting not she's the only one in there that makes sense. She's not tied up in anything at the moment. The Wyatt Six shit can always come later. Or it can always just be a part of it. Um Bianca and Naomi are tied up with the Jade shit. Bailey could have won it, but I just don't see it. Roxanne, again, you know my stance on that. And Liv and Rhea Liv was just champion.
Yeah,
Like
Liv doesn't need it
Liv
again.
doesn't need it again. She only really got it because fucking Rhea got hurt. Let's just be perfectly blunt and honest. That's the reason she got the title. Um, but I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. I don't want to see that match again neither. But this kind of ties back into the whole. It's giving. We're just gonna run Netflix Raw back. Is what my concern was there. But if your theory is you think Io's gonna win the title via some bullshit on Monday. Didn't you say that?
Well, yeah. So from a couple of things, really what it was is I don't know if his name's Peter or Paul, but Rosenberg. Um, I was watching the after show, and he said it so matter of factly, and like it just didn't. I know it was a slip, but I don't know if it was like a Freudian slip or whatever.
Yeah.
But he uh he was talking to Bianca Belair and interviewing her as like and he said when you face Io Sky at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
he didn't say Rhea or Io.
Yeah,
He said Io.
he pulled a Michael Cole at WrestleMania 14, talking about some. If you call this toll free number, you'll be able to talk to the new WWF champion. When Stone Cold was going against Shawn. Um,
Right.
so just kind of really fucking that up. But
But the only way that Io wins, in my opinion, on a Monday Night Raw is shenanigans.
right, which leads me to my theory that if that does happen, it's going to be Liv,
Probably.
and
And it'll
then they're
set up
going to
a
set up a
Liv
Liv versus
Rhea.
Rhea rematch at Mania, which we've already gotten Liv versus Rhea. You blew your load for that at the Netflix premiere. More on that
Right.
fucking later. Um, so my score, I think 8 out of 10 is a very serviceable overall score. Star rating, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it 3. 3.5 feels like a bit much to me. The in-ring action was not that good. Like, cause I've seen all these women do better as far as in-ring is concerned. Not including Jade Cargill absolutely beating the dog shit out of Naomi. I'm not really counting that because that was more of a schmoz than anything.
Yeah.
All in all, serviceable way to open the show, which leads us into the next match where I was like, sweet, I can go take a piss. Um,
Yeah, this match
there was no
wasn't my favorite
there's
on the
no
card.
heat, There's no build. There's no stakes. It's just
This was a time filler.
this was we legitimately have nothing else to put on the card, and Braun Breaker doesn't want to come to Toronto, so we have nothing else we can really do. Um, I genuinely can think of like 50 other matches that would have been a better use of our time here. Um, SmackDown just gave us a triple threat for the United States Championship #1 contendership. That would have been a better use of our time here. Tag title match, both women's or I guess women's couldn't happen, but either of the men's tag titles could have been defended here. That would have been great. Fucking put Dominic Mysterio in a match with a fucking Rottweiler. I would have watched that more than I'd have watched this match. Nothing against the women in the match, but this match was so blasé, fucking SmackDown main event ass match. Like,
it wasn't even SmackDown main event.
Yeah, I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, but
like, I don't get me wrong. I love Tiffany Stratton. I love Chris Stratus. I
tolerate Nia Jax.
Tolerate Nia Jax.
Candice
and
LeRae
I
was
love
there.
Candice LeRae.
And
Like
Candice
I've watched Candice LeRae for a long time. I love her. Her and Johnny Gargano, they're fucking wrestling power couple, and I love them. But
Jen's like, I love Tiffany Stratton. I love Trish Stratus. I love Candice LeRae. And Nia Jax was there.
Pretty much. Don't get me wrong. As a person, because I follow Nia Jax on TikTok, as a person, like, she seems really fucking
she seems
cool.
like she's a lot of fun.
Like, she seems like a fun person to be around, and, like, the real Nia Jax, I feel like her and I would probably be good friends. Like, a really goofy person.
Yeah.
I don't like the Nia Jax character, and I understand she's a bigger girl, but I've seen bigger girls not be as stiff as she is in the ring.
She's growing on me as a character. I do think I'll give her credit where it's due. She has gotten much better than she was in the ring as far as being stiff.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
her movement's a lot more fluid. Like, it is getting a little bit better than she was. But still, there's a lot of room for improvement. Like, if you go back and look at women in the ring, like Awesome Kong, for instance, or even Piper Niven. Piper Niven's not stiff in the ring. She's fairly fucking fluid.
Yeah.
Like, just things like that. But like I said, I feel like I have to iterate. I like Nia as a person. Like, as a celebrity.
Absolutely.
I don't care for her character. But going back to what I was originally saying, this match, it just wasn't for me, dude. Like, I love the women in it, but it was kind of just one of those, it felt like it was a heat match.
It was just a whatever match. That was the problem.
Yeah, well, it was like it was, for whatever reason, it seemed like kind of the central focus, especially since Trish is Canadian and Nia's American, and they're doing the whole heat thing. Like, they're touching on a lot of sensitive subjects at the moment, and fuck it, it's just
I don't think they even thought that far
for
ahead.
me. Like, I was trying to watch this shit to get away from all that kind of shit.
Well, to be fair, I don't think they thought that far ahead. I think they just played it up while they were there. Like, I genuinely think they just played it up while they were there.
Probably, but
that was not planned. But when they booed the national anthem, that was their cue to go ahead and get some heat. The heels to get some heat. We'll touch on another douchebag here later, but no,
it's funny. I already know who you're talking about.
Yeah, God, everyone knows who I'm talking about. I hate that fucking guy. Anyway, his drinks are okay, but
even when Wade Barrett's telling you to chill, bro.
I mean, no. I think we're thinking of two different people now. Yes, Pat McAfee, I'm going to say that now, got on my last fucking nerve last night. Dude, we get it. You like America. Shut up. Oh, well, they booed our national anthem. We know! We were there! Get over it! Gee, I wonder fucking why! Anyway, moving on. I was talking about a different fucking douchebag. His drink's okay, though, but not the point. We'll get to him fucking later. We'll get to him a bit fucking later. This match, this was a universe mode match. This was you simulated to a random fucking SmackDown and looked at the card, and this was one of the matches on the card.
Yeah.
This was a universe mode ass match. Like the CPU put this one together. The match itself was nothing special either. The match was kind of boring too. This spoilers alert to kind of go ahead a little bit. This was the only blemish on an otherwise perfect pay-per-view. PLE, sorry. This match should have been on a kickoff show or something. Give the other matches a little bit more time. The next match I wouldn't have minded going a little bit longer too. So we'll get into that next. But
let's get into the ratings.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, because I don't
think we can say really a whole lot.
There's
else about
really
it.
not much more we can say. Trish looks fucking amazing as always.
Tiffany looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, Trishy time they look good. Tiffany is clearly the new Trish Stratus. They got the same initials and everything. But moving on. God, giving it a rating, I can't go above a 3.
Yeah, I'll be generous. I'll give it a 3 as well, and then for the stars, I mean, I'll give them 1.5. Yeah. I wasn't entertained.
Yeah, I give
There's nothing real to it.
I'm gonna be harsher. 0 stars. No, you know what? That's not fair. I give it a star. I give it 1 star because there was 0 stars is reserved for like the fucking gimmick battle royals or the Miss America pageant or Miss WrestleMania pageant. That they shit like that gets 0 stars. The fucking monster truck sumo match between Hogan and the Giant on WCW gets 0 stars. This was a 1-star match. I cannot go above 1 star.
For moral reasons.
All 4 of these women in this match are way too talented to be putting on a match this boring. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to the people there. I don't blame them for the match being boring. I blame the fact that WWE literally couldn't come up with anything else but this heatless ass match. Like, there's nothing else you could have put on. What's Sheamus doing? You mean to tell me Sheamus ain't doing nothing?
Right.
You mean to tell me banger after banger after banger can't find some way to entertain the crowd? Come on, man. Come on, dude. We could have had the triple threat match, like I said. Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, and Carmelo Hayes. As much as Carmelo Hayes bores the fuck out of me, at least I can watch LA Knight and Jacob Fatu.
Right.
But, again, moving on to the next fucking match. Yeah, speaking of bangers, holy shit. Was this the best match of the night or what?
You know what? Yes. And actually, in my opinion, yes. This was the absolute best match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match. And oh my God, there's a lot there.
Starting off the negatives. My gripes are with the whole concept of an unsanctioned match in and of itself. My gripes are with that and that alone. I understand being like, I'm washing my hands of all responsibility and liability for this match. You guys kill each other. Neither one of you or your families can sue us. I get that. But the term unsanctioned, it leads a bit more to the thought of this is just an actual 2 guys just actually fighting. And it's like, this should be something that WWE should not be allowing time for. They should not be having a referee come out at all. They should not be giving them entrance music. They should not be having a ring announcer. They should not be having someone ring the bell. Granted, I realize logistically that's just asking way too fucking much. But then here is my solution to that. Okay, I can't sanction you guys, clear you guys one on one. But if you sign these waivers, we'll make it a street fight. No liability. It's out of my hands. But you guys can have the match. And again, I get that they're going the unsanctioned route. It's supposed to be more extreme. And I get that I'm fucking complaining about little nitpicky shit here. That's just my only issue with the unsanctioned concept.
I don't think it was to make it more extreme because let's be honest, it would have been the exact same extreme as if it was a street fight, which we all know WWE's version of extreme isn't really that extreme and until you watch this match.
Yeah.
But it was more so, yeah, like I said, like we were talking last night, it was just they can't medically clear you in an unsanctioned match is the only way to clear them of charges. But yeah, if they could sign a waiver or some shit that just waives liability to the WWE or whatever in kayfabe, then that could have worked just as well. But I kind of agree with the gripes to an extent, but
not gonna make me not enjoy the match by any fucking stretch of the imagination.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there's no way you couldn't. Like if you had eyes and half a fucking brain, you loved this match. The feeling of it's intense. You have the history there. Fucking Michael Cole referenced El Generico.
Yeah, oh my
Kevin
god.
Steen.
Michael Cole saying the words El Generico and Kevin Steen blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, like it's
absolutely
insane.
See a fourth wall. Vince is like punching the air. You know he is.
Oh, you know it. Oh, you know it because that's the way that he loved it. It was his universe, and he wouldn't allow influence from outside of his universe into it.
If it didn't happen in his universe, it didn't happen. Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, fucking El Generico, Kevin Steen, like these two have been friends since the very fucking beginning. So you have that little bit of an emotional tie. They believe it went a little cheesy and unbelievable in the sense that they were like, you know, there's no forgiving and there's no forgetting this time. It's like, yeah, no, you're full of shit. I get the emotional side of it, but you're full of shit.
Yeah, you'll be back together again soon. You said that you said that in NXT when he fucking power bombed you into the apron.
Right.
Which callback.
But yeah, it's you got the history, you got these two men can take a beating. Like both of them can take a serious amount of punishment, and they know how to dish it out. And because they've been working together for so long, you can get some of the spots that we got last night. Like for instance, that the chair sitting there and I think it was a Blue Thunder Bomb on it.
Which fucking time?
I'm not talking about the barbed wire one just yet. I'm talking about the one that he had it set up in the middle of the ring. He dropped Sami Zayn on his head on it and just kind of dented it, and then Sami Zayn did something to him, fucking busted the chair.
Oh my god, it was this was
like
if there was ever a fucking more appropriate time. EC dub, EC dub, EC dub. Like this
fucking
shit.
Best line of the night. It was he hit him in the face with Dominic Mysterio.
Oh yeah, the trash can. When he hit him with the he hit him in the face with Dominic Mysterio, and then Michael Cole goes, "Wow, that was a trash can." For those of you at home,
that killed me, dude. But then bringing out the barbed wire chair, that's when the EC dub chants really started, really kicked in, and you have he slammed Kevin Owens on it. Kevin busted his jaw on it first, and he slams him on it. Like it's just, oh my god. The brutality of that match, and then you get the ending.
There was
Kevin
so
Owens,
much.
it got hard to
Yeah,
watch.
dude, it was so bad. The crowd got really quiet. Like it was getting it wasn't like a okay, this is boring kind of thing or this is dragging. It was like a this
Is he
is
okay?
this is getting scarily. This is getting too real. Like, are we actually witnessing a homicide?
Right.
I counted. I may have miscounted, but I know for a fact there were at least 5 fucking tables that got broken this match.
Oh yeah, two
Um,
of them at once.
two of them at once. Um, Jesus Christ, what a fucking match. What a fucking performance. I,
And then
and then, oh yeah, the double apron power bomb, and he finally
goes in, pins him, and then everybody's trying to get him out. He goes and he pulls up the padding to reveal the concrete, and it looks like he's about to pile drive Sami Zayn.
and then
And then he starts hearing
voices
voices.
in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me. And here comes the fucking Viper. And you can ask Jen. My voice was gone very soon.
Oh,
after
dude,
this.
both of us. As I swear to God, I had a neighbor somewhere that wanted to knock on my door and tell me to shut the fuck up because of the amount of times that I screamed last night. And you probably hear it in my voice a little bit.
Yeah.
But when Randy Orton's music came on, it was go time. It went from "Is he okay?" dead, like silent, to a roar
Yep.
in the crowd. I could tell households everywhere. Just a unanimous roar when
Absolutely.
Randy Orton's song hit. And just the emotion, this match, the totality of it from start to fucking finish. 10 out of 10,
100%.
5 stars,
11 out of 10.
not even a fucking question.
11 out of 10, 6 stars. I don't give
Yeah.
a shit. Best rating you want to give it. This match is why
match
you watch
broke
professional
the
wrestling.
fucking show.
This match is professional fucking wrestling. This shit's real to me. But no, so Randy gets in, he takes off his fucking jacket and he gets in and he starts throwing bows. He starts throwing soup bones, ham bones, box, yam bags. He starts fucking just throwing them, throwing bombs. Kevin goes for the kick. Randy catches it, spins his goofy ass around, RKO, and he's fucking freaking out doing his Randy Orton thing. You don't try to break my neck! He just fucking goes ape shit, grabs the fucking steel chair wrapped with barbed wire, and Kevin Owens.
Oh no, he didn't grab the barbed wire
Yeah,
one. He grabbed the regular.
he grabbed the barbed wire steel chair, and he grabs it, and he's kind of staring there, and Kevin Owens is in a pretty interesting and pretty familiar looking position on the ground, kind of in the corner, and Randy stops. And me and Jen, I immediately started. He started doing it with me. We start yelling at each other, punt, 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 and then the crowd joins in, punt, 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 and Randy hands the chair to a ref, and then Randy adjusts his knee pad, and the Viper steps back to the corner, and the crowd loses their fucking minds because he's not hearing voices in his head. He's hearing 30,000+ people screaming at him to punt his fucking skull all the way to Montreal, as Michael Cole so eloquently put it. And he's fucking, motherfucker, yeah, rah! And he's like charging up in the corner, and he's about to go run and punt Kevin in the head, and here comes fucking security and stops him. And
then security decides to do their job.
Yeah, Wade Barrett. Now security wants to step in. Wade's like, I kind of wanted to see that punt kick. Fucking,
Wade Barrett was one of the best things of
oh
last
my
night.
God.
Commentary itself was a fucking 10 out of 10 all
Dude,
night.
Wade
Like,
Wade really impressed me last night. He fucking stepped up because Pat McAfee was too busy licking some boots last night, and he was just like, "You need to calm down. I want to make it out. I want to make it out of here alive, Pat."
right?
He just fucking Wade Barrett was a gem last night.
I just fucking calling out Pat McAfee on live television, like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Bro.
I would like to leave here.
Yeah, and fucking, oh my God. The crowd erupts in a chorus of boos at security, and rightfully so. Jin says, "You stupid motherfuckers." Like, he was pissed. I was pissed. Randy was pissed because he then proceeds to
We
RKO.
were robbed.
We were robbed,
We were robbed of a legend killer punt kick.
but we'll be getting it. Oh, I
Oh,
guarantee
I
we're getting it at
fucking
Mania.
hope so.
We better
I
get it at
had, I
Mania.
did not realize how badly I have missed watching Randy Orton kick somebody's fucking head off. Like,
Yeah.
it's something so satisfying about it.
Um,
I absolutely love it.
I'm ready for the punt to come back. Yeah, he's gonna punt his ass on fucking WrestleMania. I'm calling it now. But Randy Orton's pissed. He's like, come here. I want to talk to you about something real quick," to one of the security guards. And his dumbass listens and gets an RKO for his fucking troubles. And
And
then
then RKO's 3 in a row.
two
right
more.
afterwards.
Two more. Then the other guy runs up to him like he's about to charge him, and Randy's like, "Whoa, wait. Shake my hand." He goes to shake his hand. Dumbass RKO.
He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm done. Here. We're good. Shake my hand."
Psych! RKO. Oh my God, that shit was so good. I lost my voice. What little bit I had left. I'm surprised I still got any now. That shit was fantastic. Like Jen said, 10 out of 10, 5 stars. We don't even need to worry about the rating. Moving on to our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the men's Elimination Chamber.
I mean, what a fucking star-studded Elimination Chamber. The promo package was fantastic with the 7 Deadly Sins reference. The fucking... Oh, man. That shit was so great. I mean, look at this star-studded chamber. You've got Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Warrior, just felt like he's been done wrong this whole year, and he's been killing it. He's been killing it with his feud with Punk. He's been killing it with his trolling. Fantastic. You got Seth freaking Oven Mitt Rollins out there. Fucking, I mean, man needs no introduction. But since we're here doing it, he is a visionary. He is a revolutionary. He is Seth freaking Rollins. Former World Heavyweight Champion. Carried that fucking brand on his back for a whole year. Seth Rollins, ladies and gentlemen. We have...
Seth Rollins is going to go down in history as one of the fucking goats.
Oh,
bro.
yeah, absolutely. We had
Right.
the dark horse of the match, the Punisher, the Beast himself, the Street King, the bisexual Undertaker, Damian Priest in that match. Damian Priest, by the way, has really fucking grown on me.
Oh my god, dude. That fucking, the old school into the Hurricanrana.
Yeah, me and Butt have officially said he needs to coin that sexual liberation instead of old school. But it's great. Damian Priest has grown on me as a performer and as a character as well. I'm fucking here for Damian Priest. He's fantastic. Then we've got, of course, the man who needs no introduction as well. The voice of the voiceless, the Second City Saint, the straight edge superstar, CM Punk, the best in the world. He is the best on this microphone, in that ring, even at commentary. He is the best in the fucking world. No more is needed to say about that. And then, of course, we have the 16-time greatest of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, the champ is here. John Cena
John Cena.
is there. Wubba do. You can't see him. Your time is up. His time is now. Even though the last time is now, and he is on his retirement tour, and everybody is happy to see John Cena. And Logan Paul was there. And so we get into the match, and yeah, Logan Paul comes out and is like, oh, wait a minute, I got an American flag, I'm going to wave it. Yeah, we love America. Unless, it comes to paying American taxes, in which case I live in Puerto Rico. So, I don't have to pay the same amount of taxes because I live there. Yeah. Go Prime. Drink Prime. Eat Lunchly. Go watch a guy hang himself in the forest. Fuck that guy. The match itself, fantastic, pretty serviceable match. I do want to say, I'm genuinely surprised Logan Paul took the pin and left. I will say, I'm genuinely surprised he just left the ring. Didn't use that fucking overhyped hand of his that he vigorously masturbates with to knock out Punk for pinning him. All in all, a good match. Fucking like Jen was saying, Damian Priest with that fucking sexual liberation off the top rope. Doing old school into a Hurricane Rana was fantastic on Drew. Drew ends up...
Well, Drew's face when he got eliminated by Priest.
Yeah, that's going to be another
The
match.
confusion, the anger. And I was telling Shady, Shady and I were watching it together. I was telling her, I was like, I doubt that anybody's going to get eliminated before all of them are in there. Because you've got Drew and Seth in there, and then you've got Punk. And Punk hasn't gotten in to get his hands on anybody yet.
Yeah.
And no sooner did I say that than fucking Priest rolls up Drew and pins him.
Yep. And it's another example. It's another...
Immediately afterwards, who was the second one that got pinned?
It was Drew. Or not Drew, no, Priest.
Priest. Because immediately afterwards, Priest gets fucking pinned. And I was like, there's two gone
well,
before all of them are
because Drew didn't fucking like getting eliminated, and Drew pulled a Logan Paul and Claymored fucking Priest, to which Logan Paul decided to, I'm going to hit my finish, and I'm going to pin Priest. Hit the fucking splash, pin Priest, Priest is out. Now, that's leading into another match between those two, I'm sure. But, man, just another great example of character writing. Fucking Drew's own hubris and obsession costing him yet another fucking victory. Because he was too busy focusing on John Cena to fucking realize that he was getting rolled up by fucking Priest. John was rolling out of the ring. Drew was trying to chase him, and Priest comes up for the roll up. And you can tell Drew McIntyre is going to continue he's going to blame Damian Priest for him not having his eyes on the prize. So, boom, you got that. Those two are gone. A bunch of shit happens where fucking finally we get a moment where it looks like John and Punk are gonna fucking go at it. And John sticks his hand out to shake Punk's hand. Punk goes, nah. Bring it in, brother. Hug me, brother. And then they hug in the middle of the fucking ring. It was a great show of sportsmanship. I loved that.
I loved that moment.
He's like, yeah, brother, come here. We've been up and down this road together. It's not our first time facing each other. Give me a hug. It's good to see you, brother. And then they fucking hug. And then they get glommed by Seth and Paul, respectively. And then they fucking, they schmaz or whatever. They have a big old fight. Then Punk ends up, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, he GTS's Logan, and then he pins him. It was all so much. It was like a chaotic car crash. Logan's out of there. He actually just fucking leaves. And then Seth and Punk go at it for a bit. And then we actually finally get the stare down between Punk and John. And then they start going at it. And they start having their little match or whatever. And then Seth comes in and takes John out. and like throws him in the fucking pod. John Cena hits the nastiest O face I think I've ever seen. Looks like he got some crazy top while he got thrown in that pod. And then Seth wants to go put his hands on fucking Punk. They squabble a bit. They wrestle around a little bit till finally, boom, GTS 1, 2, 3. Seth is out.
John recovers.
Does John
So
recover?
John came back. Yeah,
I
John
didn't remember how
recovered.
this works. I just remembered that Seth
Yeah,
was the next
so
out.
I remember this part because it was John recovered. He came in. He started whooping on Seth. Punk hit the GTS.
Oh, right,
John,
right.
John hit the attitude adjustment. Punk covered him and pinned him.
Right. That's what it was. Right. Damn. That match was like all over the damn place that I forgot a lot of what happened. You're right. Punk hits the GTS.
And then you got and then Seth kind of rolls out of camera view.
Yep.
So if you're not live, you can't see him.
I knew the whole time he was still in because that fucking chamber door was still open.
Yeah.
They never closed it. I was like, Seth's gonna fucking fuck this all the way up. I said, get him out the ring. Get him out the fucking ring. Get him out of the chamber. So John goes to shake Punk's hand again.
Shake hands.
Punk's
Punk
like,
grabs
nah.
him up in the GTS.
Yep, GTS. And there's like some chain wrestling there between him getting reversed into the STF and getting AA'd. Punk kicks out. Cena kicks out of a GTS. And then like Punk is like crawling out of the ring kind of halfway, like leaning on the bottom rope. And
To
then
get away from the GTS,
them.
or it's a STF that Cena's about to put him in.
Yep. And of course, fucking here
Rollins
comes Seth
with the
stomp. I was like, what? Get him out the chamber! Fuck! But of course, John's like, sorry. Grabs fucking Punk up, puts him in the STF, and he's like, sorry. And he fucking puts him in the STF.
John screaming, I'm sorry!
Yeah.
He's putting him in the STF.
Yeah. And then of course Seth looking on deranged, licking the fucking chains of the fucking elimination chamber, damn near. As Punk passes out, and John Cena, for the first time in how many years, has won a match.
Yeah.
And is going to main event WrestleMania.
So the match itself, before we get to the end segment, because that's going to be its whole different thing.
Yep.
The match itself, 10 out of 10, 5 stars.
Match itself,
Not gonna lie.
I'm going to give 9 out of 10 because Logan Paul takes a point away for being in the match in the first place. You're
fucking petty.
Yeah, damn right
petty.
I am. 4 stars on the match. There was a bit of sloppiness here and there for me. A little bit of sloppiness. I'll even be generous and say 4.5 stars because of the sloppiness. But 9 points because Logan Paul being there kind of ruins it. Also, 9 out of 10 because I don't want to see. This brings me back to my earlier point. I don't want to see the rematch between Seth and Punk. You blew that load at fucking on the Raw Netflix premiere. I don't want to see that match again. Punk handled Seth Rollins pretty handily in that match. I don't really want to see that rematch. I don't really care. You guys had your chance to make this match a big deal. You blew it because you gave it to us on Raw. I don't want to see it again. I really don't. The only saving grace that I could see it out of it, and that's why I brought up the whole Liv Rhea match being a fucking like rehash again as well, feels unnecessary. The only thing that can make this right is if it's a triple threat between Punk, Rollins, and Roman. I'm cool with that. That I'm fine with. That I'm fine with because that introduces a new element to the match. That introduces spices it up. Now it gives us a new kind of angle to look at this at, which I'm fine with that. But that's if Roman's even working Mania this year. He might still just be out because remember he's out indefinitely. He might just want the vacation time and wants to be off for Mania. But we'll see. We'll see how. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt on that. But also, like I said, I'm not really excited about the whole Seth thing. And Seth kind of looks like a doofus right about now. But we'll save that for later.
Now, for the final segment,
John's
I want
celebrating.
to preface this
Oh my god.
by saying I had a feeling. I didn't officially call it. I mean, I figured we were going to get heel Cena. That I called. Like, I
Spoilers.
knew at some point we were getting heel Cena. Because he's wanted to be a heel for a long time. But this was something that I felt when I heard him say, I felt his heel run coming tonight for two reasons. One, when he inserted himself into the Elimination Chamber match, he politicked backstage
Mine goes even deeper than that.
to get put into the match, and politicking is not something that face John Cena did.
Right.
John Cena face earned his way through everything.
John Cena used the phrase, "It's what's best for business."
Exactly.
That should have
was
been
the
a red
second
flag.
point that I was getting to.
Yeah.
Was the second time when he said, "Me going to WrestleMania and winning the title for the 17th time and breaking the record is what's best for business." When he used "best for business," he's heel.
Yeah, because
That was the trigger.
That's what the authorities said to him back in
Yeah.
the day. And not only that, mine goes deeper than that. I knew that John was turning heel the second his feet hit the ground at the Royal Rumble. And I really knew he was turning heel when he came back in the ring with Jay. Yep. I remember I called it. I said, "Yep, he's turning heel." Look at the way he kind of approached like he was going to attack Jay. John's going to go heel. So, within the press conference, what's best for business situation, him politicking his way into the chamber, that did it even more. Then, you got him also face John Cena would have AA'd Seth Rollins for getting involved. He doesn't want to win that way. He doesn't want to win the cheap way. Face John Cena would feel cheated that he beat Punk like that. Because lest we forget, the last time he had that issue, he was faced with a dilemma like that. He let go of the STF that he had on Punk and clocked Laurinaitis to stop him from calling the bell. Because he told Vince, "Not this way." And he lost the WWE title to Punk that night in Chicago and was like supposed to be fired on Raw the next night.
Yeah.
Heel John Cena doesn't give a fuck. And then it's just so many different factors. You got fucking the poster, and then you've got the man himself. Rock doesn't like taking no for an answer. So it only makes sense that Cody's going to say no and decline the offer. Rock is always going to have a backup plan in this situation. So let's get into it. Cena's celebrating. The chamber's getting lifted. He's celebrating, having a good time. Wrestling has more than one royal family. And so, Cody comes out, woeing and shit. And Jen was like, or I was talking to, I think it was Bubba. I was like, "Oh, he looked dark. He's got dark colors on. He's going to do it." I'm like, watch. Cody's not going to sell. But somebody is in that ring. Cody comes out, shakes hands with John, congratulates him. They kind of point at the sign. And then, "If you smell what Travis Scott is smoking." And so, the fucking fiend shit starts playing. The Rock comes out with Travis Scott. Shady then turns to Jen and says, "Why is he out here? Is there someone in the audience that needs dying?" So, 10 points. Shady's remarks, 10 out of 10, 5 stars. Absolutely gold. But I believe,
Both the Y wife and the deranged shit that comes out of her mouth
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah. And I wish you were in the Discord at the time, because me and Butler were both like, why? Why is Travis Scott here? Why he just looks so out of place? And I say, you know what? It's crazy because he actually is giving Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
That's exactly what I said. I said he kind of feels like Dennis Rodman right now.
And I saw it, and it was kind of the perfect
Yep.
homage to Hogan turning heel.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, Butler was like, what are you, Dennis Rodman? I said, well, think about it. You had Hollywood Hogan bumming around with fucking Dennis Rodman, and I don't know why it's giving me this vibe, but this is clearly Hollywood Rock. Like, the final boss is clearly just Hollywood Rock, but even worse. And, you know, he's got...
more insufferable.
Yeah, but more insufferable. And somebody's about to turn heel. So I was like, this is Dennis Rodman. And then I was like, wait a minute. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. The Rock was the Hogan of his era. And who was the Rock of his era, of that era? John Cena. Like, this was 3 generations of top guys in the ring together. Obviously, Hogan wasn't there because he got booed out of the building. But,
Oh, shit.
But obviously, The Rock comes in, clearly been having some of his Terramana tequila, because The Rock, the final boss, is drunk. Most likely 95% of the time. Sipping that Terramana. Hyinga! Anyway, drinking and driving is cool, kids. Be like The Rock. Don't be like The Rock. But he comes out and he's like, my brother, Cody Rhodes, hug me, kiss me, whisper sweet nothings into my ear, and give me that soul, baby. He didn't say it like that, but I don't know why I felt the need to say it like that, but...
Because it's an over-exaggerated Elvis impression, and it's exactly the way The Rock sounds.
He dressed like Elvis. So
I had to say that to somebody online last night. Like, they didn't understand. I was like, you have to understand, dude. The Elvis Presley is The Rock's favorite fucking celebrity. His entire Hollywood gimmick has always been based on Elvis. From the fucking suits to the way he talks, everything.
I was just
Elvis fucking Presley.
I was half expecting him to pick up the mic and go, "Oh, thank you very much." But that's he's just Elvis. He's bald Elvis. But anyway,
bald, brown, evil Elvis is what the fucking Rock is.
You got fucking Travis Scott out there, and John Cena out there. You got fucking Larry and Moe, and then out comes Curly. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. You get it? Because he's bald. Anyway, so Dwayne's like, give me that soul, bitch. And Cody's like,
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, hey, Rock, go fuck yourself. I was so, dude, I was screamed. I was like,
as soon as he said, go fuck yourself.
No bleep, no mute,
shit.
no mute. We heard it in all its 4-letter glory. Go fuck yourself. It was so good. And oh my God, it was great. And John, yeah, you tell him, go fuck himself. Come here, dap me up, baby. Give me a hug. And then he looks up at The Rock. The smile is gone. And The Rock does that fucking taunt he did at Bad Blood, only he missed his fucking neck and did part of his chin and the side of his lip, because he's, again, been having too much of that Terramana tequila. Ahinga! And, blows his fingers like it's a gun, because that's how knives work, apparently. And John Cena backs up, and he takes Cody Rhodes to Dick Kick City. Oh my God, John, what are you doing? The crowd has lost it. It's fucking happened. For the first,
stunned, half of us are fucking screaming.
For the first time in over 20 years, John Cena, the champ, the fucking rapping maniac himself. Your time is up. My time is now. Mr. Fruity Pebbles, hustle, loyalty, and respect himself is turned to the dark side and is the doctor of thugonomics once again. He grabs Dusty's Rolex that Cody had dropped and he uses them as brass knuckles to dink Cody in the head twice. And then he starts ground and pounding Cody. And then he gets up and picks up the mic and he bashes Cody over the head with the mic. And then he grabs the fucking title and he bashes him over the head twice with the title. Cody is pissing blood, by the way. John posing with the fucking title, just this disgusting look on his face. And then Michael Cole fucking with another great call. What does he need to sell out for?
Yeah.
Oh, also earlier, speaking of how much annoyed I am with Pat McAfee, hey Rock, go fuck yourself. What? That's just one of the craziest things I've ever heard said in the history of saying things. Please die. Please respectfully die. But then, yeah, John's posing with the title. He's fucking ripping Cody's fucking shirt off or whatever. John, is this how you want to be remembered? Well, this is your guy, Cole. This is your guy. You said it yourself. He's a desperate man. John's choking fucking Cody out with his fucking own necktie. And then Michael Cole, with my favorite call he's ever said, after everything he's done in his career, now he's gonna stoop to this shit. This is ridiculous. Michael Cole was heated. He's gonna stoop to this shit. He wanted to say this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, Michael Cole was incredible on the commentary of it. It's incredible. Like the last time that we saw John Cena as a heel was like 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
And then ever since, he has been the WWE's golden boy. He carried the company on his back for 10 years through some of the most atrocious storytelling in the history
over
of
10
WWE.
Years. Hey, granted,
Yeah, it was well over a decade, but
some of that low-key was his fault. Don't get it twisted. But he was still the most consistent part, and he still was there. He stayed there. He stayed through it. He did carry that company on his back for more than 10 years.
Yeah, like he was the chosen one. He was the golden boy for a reason. Like he worked his ass off to get it.
Which, if a guy like me running a company like that, my golden guy wouldn't have been John Cena. There was another guy I was watching on the other brand that would have been my golden goose. That would have been my number one guy. But you already know how I feel. And you know I think he doesn't get enough fucking respect and he doesn't get his flowers enough. So.
Batista?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Dave.
yeah.
Dave, man. Put some respect on my boy Dave. That man, bro, I'm sorry. Dave Batista better than John Cena. Period. Full stop in discussion. I've always fucking loved Batista. Hey, Dave Batista, better actor than John Cena. I'm gonna just say that. He's definitely a better actor than fucking Dwayne.
Yeah.
But anyway.
We'll agree to disagree on Batista being golden boy status. Don't get it twisted. I love Batista. I've loved Batista for a long fucking time. He is a phenomenal wrestler. He's a phenomenal actor. He is great at acting.
Let's put it this way.
He's probably a little bit of a better actor than John Cena is. But as far as like the ability to truly deliver a story and to do it consistently.
You're about to say some blasphemy. Let me stop you right there. I'm going to just stop you right there because what you're about to say is blasphemy.
John does it better than Batista. I'm not saying Batista can't do it, but
I'll let you. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Let's put it this way. I like Batista so much. You know how much of a Taker head I am. You know how much of a dead man I am.
Yeah.
When he faced Taker at Mania, I was conflicted. I didn't know who I wanted to win. That's how much I liked Batista.
Yeah.
Like, that was my dude. But anyway.
No, I get it. Like, especially, I played Batista in a lot of the games. I love Batista's music. his entrance actually got me into the band Saliva. That and the WrestleMania theme song, ladies and gentlemen. I don't
Batista,
remember which WrestleMania it was, but it was
Batista
fucking
rules.
fantastic.
Batista rules. He doesn't get the respect he deserves. But let's move on back to what we were talking about.
For
Oh
sure.
my God, this is the, for those of you who know, this is the Bash at the Beach '96 for the modern era.
Yes.
This is that moment. Like, they tried something like that with Deadly Games Survivor Series when The Rock turned corporate. They tried something like this with WrestleMania 17 where Austin joined up with McMahon and turned heel. They tried that. It didn't work. This was on the same level of revolutionary, game-changing cinema for professional wrestling as Hogan being the third man of the NWO. Period.
But you know why? I have a theory as to why the others didn't work, and this one did.
Okay, let me hear your theory.
My theory would be, if I'm not mistaken, remind me really quick before I spout some nonsense. Had Austin been heel before?
Yes, Austin had been heel before.
Okay.
You know, his infamous Austin 316 says, "I just whipped your ass," was heel
Yeah.
Austin. He was a heel right up until his match with Brett, where they had the double turn, where Austin didn't tap out to the sharpshooter. He passed out because he refused to quit. And then the next night on Raw, Brett's heel in Austin's face. Well, as
Gotcha.
face as
Okay.
Austin used to be.
So, my theory then is we had already gotten heel Austin and heel Rock
Well,
before. Like, they've been heel before.
we got
right.
heel Cena before.
True. But there wasn't a 20-year span between the heel turns.
Yeah.
So it wasn't nearly as impactful. It's like Hogan. Hogan was face throughout his entire career. The reason his heel turn was so impactful is he had never been a heel before.
He had, but not in the territory days he was heel.
Yeah, but like
Hulk Hogan was never heel.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan was never heel.
Brother.
Like his other fucking personas or whatever were. But Hulk Hogan was never heel. When he finally turned heel at WCW, it was a fucking game changer.
Yeah.
It was revolutionary. And that's why, as much as Austin's heel turn was great, as much as Rock's heel turn was okay, they weren't anywhere near this caliber because there wasn't enough time between.
Yeah.
This is something like these kind of heel turns are once, twice, maybe 3 times in a lifetime.
Well, this is one of those things where it's like as much as the fans wanted it, we knew it was almost never going to happen. Like, we knew, like, this is one of those things that just doesn't happen. Like, John Cena turning heel, something that doesn't. Somebody I saw in one of the comments under the YouTube video for the whole segment was, somebody put it best when they said, John Cena turning heel was the equivalent of us all reading that last comic panel where Captain America said, "Hail Hydra." Like, this just doesn't happen.
Right.
This does not happen. And so it's just like, it was monumental, and this will go down in the annals of wrestling history forever. Like, ESPN is commenting on this right now. Like, ESPN has shared on fucking videos about this on their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's a lot of that's like Triple H said in the conference last night. He's like, Triple H is like, our competition isn't the other the other smaller brands. Our competition is everybody.
Yeah.
He's like, we're not just coming after, sports entertainment. Like, we're coming after sports. Obviously not the NFL. We're not touching them. But everybody else is fair game.
We're not touching them. We tried that once. We tried that twice. Did not work out too well for us.
More people in the United States like football more than they like wrestling. Football is a religion here.
No.
But, um,
Just
but
as
yeah,
boring as one too. Anyway, go
no
ahead.
shit. ESPN though, yeah, like I could definitely see them covering it because people are starting. I think people are starting to realize just how athletic you have to be, and how much of a sport this stuff actually is.
It's impossible to ignore. Like back in the '90s, I don't understand how even during the Attitude Era it was ignored by mainstream media the way that it was. I think a lot of that has to do with some of the raunchier, trashier stuff that went on in the Attitude Era. But like
Oh yeah,
now, especially as international as it's become, as big of a deal as it's become, it's impossible to ignore. Professional wrestling is an American pastime. It is a fan. It is a fucking like it's a sport. It is a big fucking deal, and it's not just something. It's not a fad. It's not something that is gonna go away, or it's not something that is only here for a little bit. Professional wrestling is a big fucking deal, and you can't ignore it. It's the same way with UFC. When UFC first started coming out, they tried to knock it as this fucking human cockfighting was, I believe, one of the examples that one of the phrases that was thrown around for the Ultimate Fighting Championship back in the day. But then, of course, Dana White took it, legitimized it, and made it an impossible to ignore big deal. And I think that people are finally starting to put some respect on the WWE and professional wrestling as a whole. No thanks to what Vince fucking was trying to do. And no thanks to what Tony Khan is actively doing, which is making a mockery of the sport. But we're not going to get into that. But my God, 100 out of 10, a bajillion stars. This segment was fucking gold. The fucking
yeah.
commentators had to help Cody back to the back. I mean, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett came out to help him. Pat McAfee was also there, but Pat McAfee's a big rock dick writer, so fuck him. But anyway, yeah, they had Michael Cole was the first one in the ring to check on Cody. That helped him to the back, and then it doesn't even end there because you got the press conference. John Cena comes out, silence other than breathing, maybe a little bit of coughing, cameras clicking, people getting their pins and shit together. John comes out, sits down. He's in his t-shirt and his fucking hat, his fucking Fruity Pebbles. And he comes in, grabs the mic, adjusts it a little bit, pulls it out the fucking the tripod, holds it up, drops it on the table, gets up and walks out. Doesn't say a word, just mic drops.
I waited a whole bunch of time for that to watch and see if he had anything to say.
And that right there is why I
fucking...
waited to see the videos on YouTube the next day.
I was so mad.
I bet. I know you were. I remember you being very upset. I had just tucked myself in for bed at that point. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to waste my time. I'll see the videos later. Because we're going to have to wade through a lot of bullshit. And sure enough, The Rock came out and said a lot of bullshit. As he is known to do. But this PLE was wow.
I don't think we've had a PLE this good in a long time.
Since Mania 40.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably. Well, SummerSlam was okay.
Wasn't this good. Wasn't as good as Mania 40. It was good. Don't get me wrong. We got the Dom turn. We got fucking Roman coming back to help Cody. But I mean, SummerSlam was okay.
Yeah.
SummerSlam was all right, but it was as far as on this caliber, the last time we've had a PLE this good was Mania of last year. Maybe that's fucking. I'm a little biased because I was there, but who knows? We'll just. I guess we'll never know. I think it was a fantastic show.
Honestly, I can kind of agree. Now thinking about it, really, because the rest of the PLEs for this year have kind of been a blur for me.
Yeah, it's been a building year. like
But
trying to
this
build
one,
up.
this fucking PLE, legendary.
I
Like
think
this
the
is one
only
of my
one that even remotely comes close to it as far as in ring stuff. I don't even remember what a Bad Blood with fucking the Punk and Drew Hell in a Cell was the closest we've come for the in ring stuff. I think all year.
yeah.
But even,
Like
that was a match
it's
of a otherwise pretty meh pay per view.
yeah. I think that's kind of what it was for me. Is like throughout the PLEs of this year, um, or this past year, ever since Mania, um, there have been good matches on the cards, but this PLE as a whole was just phenomenal.
This single night of matches, these single 4 matches plus one ending segment alone has sold so many WrestleMania tickets. And it's single-handedly hyped me up for WrestleMania. I'm going to be honest with you, before Elimination Chamber, I was kind of like, I'm going to watch it, but man, am I really not that excited for it. I
Yeah.
really kind of don't really
And now,
care. I mean, yeah, I would love to see Jay's match. I want Jay to win. I think he deserves it, despite the fact that he's probably going to get Kofi'd.
all right.
I don't want him to get Kofi'd and have Brock come in. Someone smaller than me have title. Me am eat. Me am destroy. Oh, Bork eat puny tiny man.
Yeah, I don't see Bork Laser coming back.
I don't see him coming back either. But I still don't want him Kofi'd. I
Right.
feel very strongly that if he does win, he will not be holding that title very long. Sad to say, but I mean the Yeet Man deserves his moment. But either way,
Absolutely.
I'm excited for fucking WrestleMania as fuck now because I want to see that. I want to see this John Cena Cody match that we know now. Ain't no way Jay and Gunther are remaining night 2. Um, after that whole segment, I'm excited to see Kevin Owens get his fucking skull caved in with a punt from Randy Orton.
Oh
Um,
shit.
I'm just excited to see what the fuck happens. Um, now I'm just hype. I'm excited. Maybe we'll actually get to see something come of the mid card titles. You know, I think LA Knight's probably going. He's the number one contender. He's probably going for it at Mania. They probably won't give us that match on like SmackDown or anything.
Hopefully not.
I hope not. I would love to see him get another Mania check, and I hope he fucking wins the title back because Shinsuke can't be asked to show up for TV again. I get his brother supposedly, or from what I've read, has died, and he was dealing with that. I don't know how long that's been going on because he has been on TV just in the background. So I don't know. And again, I know it's not Shinsuke's fault. It's creative's fault. So I'm not blaming Shinsuke. But it's like, fuck. Can we please actually do something with this fucking title? We just made women's versions of it. Why can't we actually do something with the men's versions? Where the fuck has Braun Breaker been? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck?
I haven't been watching the weekly stuff though as much as I usually
He's not
do.
even. It's so bad that even Braun's like, "Hey, you got something for me this week? Can I fucking do something?" To Adam Pearce on Raw one night. I'm not really excited for the Punk Rollins thing unless Roman gets involved. That could be cool. Hopefully we'll get a Priest McIntyre kind of thing. That'd be kind of cool. Look forward to seeing where that goes. Mania's got some promise built up to it. I just hope they can capitalize and build up more. I am excited to see what they do in the following weeks. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we'll get some more to go off of. Because right now, the 3 matches that we like, it's confirmed. We've got confirmed 2 matches. We've got confirmed 3. Sorry. We've got Tiffy and Charlotte, which I could give a fuck less about. And we've got the 2 world titles confirmed at this point. I'm excited for those two. I'm excited, honestly, for whatever women's match we get. I'm excited for whatever Jade gets. Um, but like, come on, let's keep this. Let's keep this momentum going. Let's put some more good matches on there. Let's start. Fuck it. Let's jumpstart this Jacob Solo feud. Let's get that going. I'm down for that match. Let's keep up this momentum. Let's ride this fucking wave of momentum off of the fucking off of fucking Elimination Chamber for the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish weeks, 6.5 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that, till Mania. Let's ride that momentum and let's build some good feuds in this time. Let's have this rumor that I'm hearing be absolute bullshit to where John's not working TV until Mania. Because if John's not on TV, I really hope he fucking loses. I kind of want Cody to win anyway because I'm a Cody fan. But I'll be okay if we actually get a good story out of it. If John wins, now that he's healing, especially if he does his like heel shit in the match. But if John's not on TV, I kind of don't even want the match anymore. Especially if John's not even live via satellite. If John's not cutting promos, if he's not there, I'm sorry, he doesn't deserve it to be there in the main event. Like, and not kayfabe. If he can't work TV, despite the fact that he came back on this retirement tour, say he's going to be here for the whole year and has been to 2 shows since then. I don't really care for it. I hope that's bullshit. I hope John does show up on TV. Hope we get some back and forth between him and Cody. I really could give a fuck less about The Rock at this point. Coming in, honestly, I'd prefer it if he didn't, because 9 times out of 10, when The Rock shows up, it just makes shit worse and more confusing and convoluted. And it's like, please just go away at this point, because you can't seem to be trusted to show up sober and coherent. So yeah, I'm hoping that they fix that. I hope Travis Scott doesn't show up ever again. What the fuck was that about? Also, why? I'm still baffled. Do you have any insight on? Do you have any insight?
I feel like they're Dennis Rodmaning it.
Well,
That's pretty much
don't
it.
want to see any more of Dennis Scott at all, smoking fucking sage in the ring. I'm good.
I agree, but they're gonna keep doing it because they want the celebrity pull.
For his sake, for his sake, I wouldn't show up. I would maybe show up to Mania because we know that Dwayne's gonna be there, and Daddy Dwayne can keep him safe at Mania. Don't show up to Raw. You're gonna get your ass beat. Cause he slapped the fuck out of Cody for real, and the boys want to get their hands on him.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, no, he actually slapped Cody, and the boys want to get their fucking hands on him. In the back, and The Rock won't let him.
Wow.
So keep
When
your ass.
Was that slap last night?
Yeah, that slap that he did last night to him was real.
Oh shit.
And the boys are not too fucking pleased with a fucking outsider coming in and putting hands on one of the boys. And especially getting to get away with it because Daddy Dwayne has protected him.
Well.
Yeah, so fuck that guy. I really hope they don't, for his sake at this point, have him have anything left to do with it. Fuck that guy. But anyway, all in all, that PLE was a masterpiece. Best PLE since WrestleMania 40.
Agreed.
We've rambled enough. I am going to let you give your closing thoughts.
As far as the closing thoughts, man, it was a fantastic PLE. I was very sports entertained.
You love that line, don't you?
I do. I absolutely do. It's one of the best that you've come up with that I've stolen.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But yeah, absolutely looking forward to Mania. I'll probably I'm actually going to be tuning in to at least Raw because I don't have cable, so I can't really watch SmackDown. Um,
We need to get a VPN so we can watch SmackDown.
something. But
Stop.
regardless, absolutely looking forward to Mania. Hope they uh keep building everything well. Like I really
Damn you,
hope that John has some TV time to
you
help develop the
motherfucker.
heel character. I know, I'm sorry. I hope that John has some TV time to develop the character before WrestleMania so that we get to hate him more. Because right now, that's the problem. Is like I know he's heel,
But you're like, finally, yes.
but yeah, like I'm excited for him to be a heel. I want to hate him. Like I want to feel the true.
Here,
I want to feel like I need to feel towards a heel.
somebody didn't rise above hate. That's all I know.
Right. Right.
So here's my question to you: What do you think is gonna make the most sense or be the best? True. Shut your mouth, you trailer park trash. Fucking heel, like kicking babies, John Cena, or why are you guys booing me? I'm an Olympic gold medalist. I'm a hero. Heel John Cena. Like, are we going pure evil heel or heel that he truly believes he's justified?
I'm gonna say with the John Cena arc, the only real type of heel is that I can. I think it's gonna be kind of like a mix. He's gonna have, as we saw last night, he's gonna have the brutality of the in your face
Doctor of
fuck you heel.
Thugonomics.
Yeah, like he's gonna be Doctor Thugonomics, but on the other hand, he's going to justify that action and justify the way that that is by saying, I carried this company. I fucking deserve this. This is my retirement, and I'm not gonna go out like Ric fucking Flair on his back. I'm gonna go out as the goddamn champion because fuck you, I deserve it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go out like the Undertaker
That's
on my
that's
back.
the heel Cena that I'm thinking that we're gonna fucking
It's
get.
the,
And
it's
if
best
that's
for
the heel
business.
Cena that we're gonna get, we have officially gotten Homelander instead of Peacemaker.
Yeah, we're getting he's it's what's best for business, John Cena.
Yes, we are getting corporate Cena.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Unlike John Cena, which I can't see. Um, but no, I'm very excited to see what they do with this character. I hope he gets a new entrance. I hope he gets a new theme song.
And then also, really quick, I'm calling it now. One of the or some of the first words out of John Cena's mouth are gonna be, "Now see this."
Oh, that'd be cool. That's a fine speech. Anyway, I hope he renames his move the FU.
Oh, I do too. I hope he goes back to being the FU and the STFU.
I wouldn't even mind Doctor of Thugonomics Cena back, except for the fact that I don't see him rapping anymore. Like I really don't see the rapping shit anymore, or the yo, sagging my pants, grabbing my balls. You know, I don't.
It wouldn't get away with it today.
Yeah, yeah, he wouldn't get
Look,
away.
as much as people clamor for Doctor of Thugonomics today, we're looking at that shit through rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah, we wouldn't get that too because it's not as serious as what John Cena has become either.
Yeah, like, well, back in like 2002 and shit, that shit was acceptable. Like, that shit was kind of what was going on. That was the most popular. That was the
Fuck
thing.
you! I'm so mad at you for
Now,
yawning.
I'm sorry. Nowadays, yeah, no, it would not. I don't think it would be received as well if he went like pure Doctor Thugonomics, rapping, fucking the way he talked and all that shit. And you're right. As over the years, as he grew as a face, he became a more and more serious character. That's still a goofy motherfucker. Don't get me wrong.
Minus some of the shit he said, but as a character as a whole, he's supposed to be taken more seriously. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with. Like I said, I hope we get a new entrance. I hope they go back because I remember back in I think it was WWE 13 or it was either that or 2K14. They had where you could edit the characters a little bit, edit their attire or whatever. And it was the one he had his Rise Above Hate shirt on as his main shirt. And I remember I changed the color of every thing on his shirt except to black, except for the word hate. So it just said hate on his shirt. And it was my heel Cena. And he used a song I found online that was like a mix. It was an edit of one of his songs from his album. I think it was Beats, Rhymes, and Life or whatever what it was called. And I would, if they give him another song off that album, even if it's not that one, but they give him some sort of heel song, that'd be great. That'd be super fucking dope. But I don't think I don't see him coming out with his current song.
I think they're going to give him a different song, and I think it's going to be the song that he's had put. He said he's had a heel song put away for 19 years.
Really?
Or something like that. That he's had it just in case. Like he's resigned that he said he'll never use it because he never saw himself going heel. But now that he is, I have a feeling that song is going to get broken out.
I wonder what it is.
And we're going to finally hear it on his farewell tour.
What if it is that song?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
It could be.
I'm so fucking excited.
I don't think it is because I think he said nobody's ever heard it but him.
So you may think he recorded one, or is it just a different song altogether?
Well, he said he recorded one for the he recorded one to be a heel because he wanted to be one.
Oh, okay. So
but
yeah,
he
this
was
is
never
an
given the
unreleased
opportunity. Yeah. So
Ooh.
it's an unreleased song.
Ooh, now I'm really excited. I'm hoping we get it.
You and me both.
Because I can't see corporate Cena coming down to the ring.
Wabadoo!
I don't see that. Like, that just doesn't happen. The only time you can realistically expect that theme music to get booed, aside from, the Smarks being sick of John Super Cena, was ECW One Night Stand. or fucking, what was it, Money in the Bank or Extreme Rules or whatever when he faced Punk in Chicago.
Well, although I could make the argument that while the Wabadoo part of the fucking song isn't exactly heel, it's more face. If you look at the actual lyrics and listen to the lyrics of the song that he currently uses,
but it's too upbeat.
It could be heel or face.
Yeah, but it's too upbeat.
Yeah.
Like, that's why the New Day had to change their theme.
Yeah, kinda. Which I'm digging the new Day theme.
I do like the New Day Sucks theme. Which that's another thing we could look forward to. We might get a good fucking New Day match at Mania.
Maybe
Big E might be cleared finally. But anyway, I'm gonna keep rambling if we don't fucking wrap this up. So I'm gonna let you.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you listening to our long rambling. We were sorry we kind of went a little bit overboard on it, but there was a lot to unpack. All in all, to summarize, this was a fantastic PLE. Very, very much looking forward to WrestleMania. And with that, thank you again so much. Vegeta, do you have any last words? Rest in peace. Got it. Thank you, guys.
I'm thirsty. You know when I'm thirsty?
Don't be a dick
and
tired.
Have a
nice day.
When I'm thirsty and tired, you know what I need? I reach into my cabinet and I make me a nice cold glass of Dubby. So if you feel the same way as I do, you can go to Dubby.gg and use code DualWheel at checkout for 10% off each and every order. But yeah, that's the other video. Bye.
Thank you.